Kazakhstan gas for global markets. Russia's President Dmitry Medvedev signed a federal law dated July 22, 2008 on ratification of the cooperation agreement between the government of the Russian Federation and the government of the Republic of Kazakhstan on creation of a business entity on the basis of the Orenburg gas processing plant, which was adopted by the State Duma and approved by the Federation Council. KazRosGas LLP will be a project operator as reported by the press service of the President of the Russian Federation. It's today. And now we will tell you how it all started and what will happen in the quite near future. On June 7, 2002, in St. Petersburg, Kazakhstan's President Nursultan Nazarbayev and Russian Federation President Vladimir Putin, during a bilateral meeting, signed a set of documents on the creation of KazRosGas, a Kazakh-Russian joint venture. The participants of this joint venture on a parity basis became joint stock holding national company KazMunayGas and open joint stock holding company Gazprom. The new joint venture's mission is to ensure effective export of Kazakh gas and implementation of investment projects in the gas industry on the basis of equal, mutually beneficial, steady and long-term cooperation between Kazakhstan and Russia. The company's mission is gas supply to the domestic market, effective gas export sales, implementation of investment projects in the gas industry on a mutually beneficial and long-term basis. Strategic directions for the development. The company's positioning as a single gas exporter and the developer of world markets. Increase in capitalization, value increase of the company, building a highly efficient company. We believe that it is a highly efficient, dynamically developing company that ensures gas export sales and gas supply to the domestic market. Strategic goals and objectives. To increase free gas volume purchasing in Kazakhstan with further sales on the world markets. To create and develop own resource base. To expand the investment activity. To improve the management system. To implement socially significant projects. Main directions of the activity. Export and import operations with natural gas, sour gas processing at gas processing plants, exploration, development, operation of gas fields, optimization of natural gas transportation routes, arrangements of gas replacement operations, performance of operators' functions in implementing joint projects on the natural gas transportation. Since 2007, we have been the owners of gas processed products in the Russian Federation and the CIS. KazRosGas positions itself as a highly effective, dynamically developing energy company. The vigorous dynamics of the company development and the events related to the execution of intergovernmental documents in joint projects implementation in the gas industry of Kazakhstan and Russia determine prospective opportunities for the joint venture. In terms of the documents, it is in the first place a joint declaration dated July 17, 2006 of the Presidents of the Republic of Kazakhstan and the Russian Federation concerning a development of long-term cooperation in the area of Karachagana gas processing, and a cooperation agreement dated October 3, 2006 between the governments of the Republic of Kazakhstan and the Russian Federation on the creation of a business entity on the basis of the Orenburg gas processing plant.
На сегодняшний день можно считать, что первый этап успешно реализован. К этому предшествовало подписание совместной декларации
Today we can consider that the first stage has been successfully implemented. It was preceded by signing by the leaders of the Russian Federation and the Republic of Kazakhstan in October 2006 of a cooperation agreement under which the governments of the two states entered into the agreement that made it possible to fulfill the most important tasks: execution of long-term agreements, sour gas supply from Karachaganak, execution of the gas sale agreement with Gazprom, and main provisions related to the domestic market gas supply and our sour gas processing at the Orenburg gas processing plant. Signing of the direct gas processing agreements between KazRosGas and Orenburg Gazprom has become the first stage in the creation of a Kazakh-Russian joint venture on the basis of the Orenburg gas processing plant. Dear friends, today we will see how rigorously the geography of the Kazakhstan-Russian cooperation is being expanded. 6 years ago, when the leaders of Kazakhstan and Russia initiated a forum of cross-border cooperation, we counted on the growth of mutual trade, expansion of economic ties between the regions, cooperation on humanitarian issues. Our common goal was to transform the Kazakhstan-Russian border into a region of good neighborhood, friendship, mutually beneficial cooperation, and trust. Today we can confirm that these goals have been achieved in many aspects. Now is the time for the next stage, to ensure a qualitative breakthrough of the two countries in the area of innovational development. And in this regard, the regions of Kazakhstan and Russia possess a tremendous potential.
Такое взаимодействие, имеющее выход и влияние на мировые сырьевые и финансовые рынки, и обеспечивает устойчивость социально-экономического развития. В вопросах
I agree. Such cooperation that results in joining and influencing global raw materials and financial markets indeed ensures sustainable social-economic development in the issues of strengthening trust, development of economic relations. And immediate neighbors, cross-border regions of Kazakhstan and Russia play an important role. Just a few words about our strategic cooperation in the energy sector. It is directly related with the regional security. As it is well known, current practice of cooperation between the players on the global energy market does not satisfy suppliers or importers. They are all interested in stability and prediction. But this stability must be mutual, and there are no recipes that would be acceptable and useful just for one state. This is why we propose improvement of international instruments in this area. It is impossible to ensure comfortable conditions for consumers of energy resources and not to create normal conditions for suppliers of energy resources. And Kazakhstan and Russia are both suppliers, as well as for transit states. These processes are all interrelated, and in this direction we should focus our future efforts. Stability and prediction are the two principles that are the basis of our cooperation with Kazakhstan. We will continue our efforts in order to increase production and export of hydrocarbons, to build new pipelines when it is beneficial and necessary, and to attract major investments in the fuel and energy complex.
Привлекать масштабные инвестиции в топливно-энергетический комплекс.
Orenburg Gazprom is the largest gas processing complex not only in Russia but throughout the world. Its history goes far back into 1966, when the Orenburg gas condensate field was discovered on the left bank of the Ural River. In 1971, the field development was announced as the all-union Komsomol construction. In 1980s, the annual production reached almost 50 billion cubic meters of gas. However, in 1990s, the Orenburg field resources started to noticeably decrease. While at the Soviet time, lack of raw materials was replenished by the Karachaganak gas. Since the collapse of the USSR, a serious deficit became obvious. Thus, new Orenburg Gazprom was simply doomed to go back to the Karachaganak gas. It is difficult to overestimate the Russian Federation's interest in Karachaganak. KazRosGas has managed to successfully implement the major Russian direction of the export policy. On May 31, 2007, KazRosGas LLP and Karachaganak Petroleum Operating signed a long-term Karachaganak gas sales and purchase agreement for the term of 15 years.
Весь объем сырого газа, который вырабатывается на сегодняшний день или получается, добывается.
The entire sour gas volume obtained today is produced at the Karachaganak field and is contracted by KazRosGas.
Процессинг, операторские функции выполняет уже KazRosGas.
And now Russia's President Dmitry Medvedev signed a federal agreement, and with this information we have started our film. In accordance with the intergovernmental agreements, KazRosGas purchases feedstock from Karachaganak and then sends it for processing to the joint venture on the basis of Orenburg gas processing plant. After that, the plan will be to deliver the main volumes of processed gas, about 6 billion cubic meters, to the domestic market, and the remaining part will be sold under export contracts. The agreement ratified by the federal law has been concluded for the development of the cooperation agreement dated November 28, 2001 between the governments of Kazakhstan and Russia in the gas industry.
На Карачаганакском месторождении добывается более 10 миллионов тонн на сегодняшний день ежегодно.
Currently, over 10 million tons of condensate and over 13 to 15 billion cubic meters of sour gas are produced at Karachaganak. The Karachaganak field was largely developed at its stage 2, when over $5 billion were invested. This allowed for the construction of the Karachaganak-Bolshoy Shaganak Atrau pipeline, which length is over 600 kilometers. It allowed upgrading the existing gas stabilization and gas injection equipment and flushing over 100 wells, which has increased the overall capacity of the Karachaganak field. In 2004, commencement of independent gas deliveries to consumers in Azerbaijan, creation of a subsidiary in Switzerland, creation of a joint venture on the basis of Orenburg gas processing plant. One of the KazRosGas LLP plans is to purchase assets in Europe and sell gas on the markets of third countries. KazRosGas today. The largest gas company, the largest gas supplier to Kazakhstani consumers, the largest Kazakhstani exporter, the largest Kazakhstani taxpayer, the largest Kazakhstani investor. KazRosGas focuses much on children. Thanks to its support, the students of the children's musical school named after Zhubanov participate in an international musicians contest in Italian city of San Bartolomeo. In 2007, KazRosGas became the general sponsor of Kazakhstan's Special Olympics team at the World Summer Special Olympics Games in Shanghai. It provides assistance to the Kazakh State Film Studio named after Raymanov and public foundation's Rhythmic Gymnastics Center of the Republic of Kazakhstan. It focuses on providing support to such social spheres as culture, sports, education, and science. The main strategic objective of KazRosGas' economic strategy is to increase capitalization, maintain a leading role on the Kazakhstani market, and enhance integration into the world gas market.
Мы считаем, что для того, чтобы KazRosGas выполнял
We believe that for KazRosGas to achieve the goal of gaining access to the third countries, export to the Eastern European market, that has a definite constraining factor, we need to create proper gas storage and sales facilities in Europe. In this regard, we have best practices which I believe in this respect will be presented to the parties on the appropriate assets acquisition.
Думаю, скоро в этой части тоже будет представлена сторона по приобретению соответствующих активов.